Murky. Traveling through space alone is not recommended. On long journeys, the lack of reference makes it difficult to tell if you're moving. The perception of being stationary and the lack of interaction can quickly cause a psychosis. Victims are unable to discern reality from hallucination and are often lost. That's why a shipmate is critical. Another life that you can see, touch, and hear creates a separation between yourself and your surroundings. A loved one is ideal. The bond creates an obligation to stay present and stay alive. I chose a dog for my shipmate. Odie. 35 pounds, beige, short hair, mutt, probably a terrier. The perfect companion. He lets me run the ship as I please, and I feed him treats when I can. Love, as best as I understand it, is enjoying another's company. Without a doubt, I love Odie. Traveling from outpost to outpost is not glamorous. It's weeks on end in the emptiness of space. Most of these outposts are run down and almost as empty as space itself. But that's fine. As long as I can find a way to make it to the next one, I'll continue. It's been a week since leaving the last outpost, and the situation has turned dire. The ration bars I've traded for have turned out to be contaminated. I became very ill. Odie died. I've elected to sedate myself until I arrive at the next outpost. I tell myself it's to reduce food requirements and to avoid psychosis. The real answer is my grief is debilitating, and I would rather not exist, at least for a while. 11 days pass in a haze. Not until the ship's collision alarm blares do I take control. I miss Odie. Every time we docked at a station, he would bark and jump as if he discovered it himself. The joy in his eyes said, "Look, I found this for you." Like magic, his enthusiasm would transform the beat-up destination to an exciting adventure. And now, without him, I see them for what they are, a last chance before death. This station is located on the edge of the Murky Nebula, so called because of its thick, green-gold clouds. Nebulas are impossible to navigate without a star map, which is likely why this outpost was established. Mapping a nebula is dangerous work. It's easy to get lost, so having a large supply of rations is key. With any luck, I'll be able to trade for some. "Docking complete," chimed the ship. Remembering I haven't spoken in over a week, I cough and swallow a few times. Once sure everything is in the right place, I activate the radio. "Attention, Murky Outpost. This is Trading Vessel 3684. I am in need of food rations. Please respond." "Trading Vessel 3684, this is Murky Outpost. I have rations available. How many do you need?" "Oh, thank you, Murky Outpost. My supply of 20 rations is contaminated and poisonous. They killed my shipmate. I need enough for one to make it to the next outpost." "Sorry to hear that, 3684. My recyclers should be able to clean up those contaminated rations, so I can do a one-to-one trade for those. However, to make it to the next outpost, you'll need at least an additional 28 rations. But you're in luck. Not only do I have those rations to trade, but I also have a way for you to earn them and more." "Murky Outpost, I'm interested and don't have much choice. What did you have in mind?" 3684, 2 of our crew went into the nebula to continue mapping an unknown sector. 12 days ago, we received a transmission from them with the updated star map and a message that read, "Found a witch, going home." That's weird for sure, but it should have only taken 4 days for them to return. Their message has me concerned that they got the psychosis and are lost. They are family. I need you to go into the nebula and find them. "Murky Outpost, I'm without a shipmate. I'm just as likely to get psychosis and get lost. I don't think this is a good idea." "Please, 3684, I'm sure you'll find them before that happens, and I'll give you 100 rations on top of the ones you asked for. That's enough to make it to one of the most populated moons, which is definitely where you should go instead of the next outpost. Please, I'm sure you can relate. If there was a chance to get your shipmate back, wouldn't you try?" "Okay, Murky Outpost, bring the rations to the airlock and give me the location of the transmission." "Affirmative, 3684. Thank you." After a while, there's a knock on my airlock door. Opening it lets in the smells of the outpost, and the stack of ration boxes make my mouth water. Hunger demanded I eat immediately. While chewing and moving the boxes inside, I notice a timid teenager peeking at me from down the hall. Outpost interactions are always awkward. They are not who I was talking to on the radio. Too young. Odie would have been excited to see you, though. You look like you were hoping for a friend. Odie was a great friend. I'm sorry for the both of us. Trying to avoid eye contact, I finish loading the boxes and depart. Looking at the star map of the last transmission, I'm a few days away. I set the navigational computer and enter the nebula. 3 days go by with nothing but boredom to fill my time. Odie was my entertainment. He was always in the mood to play. His favorite game was Chase Me. Despite the ship's size, he could zoom from the front to the back, juking my every attempt to catch him. He could play for hours and never get tired. My favorite game was King of the Hill. I would get on all fours and place Odie on my back. Then I would walk, roll, and twist while Odie tried to stay on top. It was my favorite because he always impressed me with his understanding of what was happening. I could see his little dog brain working to predict and solve the puzzle. Witnessing his intelligence made every smile he gave me more meaningful. I knew he was happy to be with me, and I, him. Now I'm alone, except for my misery. A tone rings, and the navigational computer announces, "Destination arrived." Out of the forward screen, all I can see is the sickly hue of the green-gold nebula. Nothing on the ship's sensors, and no sign of the missing crew. This place is empty. Placing my hands over my eyes, I feel the urge to sedate myself again, maybe just for a day. At the moment, it seems preferable to existing. Who knows? Maybe the missing crew will find me. I should eat something if I'm going to go down for a day. Turning to find a ration bar, I sense a hint of movement out of the corner of my eye. Quickly, I whip around. Facing the forward screen again, I see nothing except the same green-gold haze. A thought about psychosis worms its way into my head. Surely, just my imagination. If it was a psychosis hallucination, it wouldn't disappear like that, right? Turning back around, I see chills pass through my body, freezing me in place. In front of me, in the center of my ship, clear as day and not disappearing, is a cloud of green mist. Moving with life, it stretches and condenses, morphing, until it takes the shape of an elderly woman. Green in color, with long, wiry hair and a heavy cloak, the apparition softly says, "What do you wish for most of all?" Stunned disbelief steals my breath as I try to scream, but nothing comes out. "You're here looking for others," she says. "Their wish was to return home, not to the outpost, but to Earth." "You sent them to Earth?" I said fearfully. "But that would take years." "I can do it in an instant if that is what you wish." Her green glow flickered with every word. "I can grant any wish you like as long as you speak it." "I want my dog back. Bring my dog back to life. Odie, bring my dog Odie back to life." My eyes fill with tears. Sobbing, the emotion of Odie's death finally reaches the surface. Tears stream down my face as painful, cathartic cries heave from my chest. Psychosis, hallucination or not, this needed to happen. Days of sedation and numbness gave way to sadness as I fully realized the gravity of my loss. Crumbled and weakened on the floor, hot tears stinging my eyes, the pain is preferable to numbness. It's proportional to the love that we shared. The depth of my sorrow is an announcement to the universe that Odie was loved. Exhaustion follows the end of the tears. The unclenching of my entire soul is a relief. I feel sleep grab me, and I descend into a slumber that I have not known in weeks. Who knows how much time has passed? As my consciousness rises out of blackness, I hear a familiar noise. Panting. As my senses continue to activate, I smell a familiar smell. Dog breath. Cracking my eyes open, I see a playful little puppy wagging his tail and ready to play. "Odie, is that you? Please don't be a hallucination." The cute little dog, 35 pounds, beige short hair, mutt, probably a terrier, jumps onto my lap with a bark. Tears of joy are licked away as I wrap myself around my soft friend. In moments like this, words don't say enough. But just the same, I whisper into his little dog ear, "I missed you."